Now look, folks, we're talking about a young man who's been turning heads ever since he stepped into the league. Chris Duarte. Yeah, I know you've heard the name. If you haven't, then let me tell you something. He's the real deal, and this man is going to make waves in the NBA for years to come. Now, some of y'all might be sitting there wondering, Shannon, why is Chris Duarte so special? What's all the hype about? Well, sit tight, because I'm going to break it down for you. Let me tell you why this 6'6" shooting guard out of the Dominican Republic is one of the most intriguing young players in the league today. Now, we all know that in the NBA, it's not just about the talent. It's about how you fit in. It's about the mindset. And let me tell you something. Chris Duarte has got the right mindset. He came into the league a little older than your typical first-round pick. But trust me, that experience has given him a maturity that a lot of young players don't have. This kid's got a competitive fire that burns hotter than the sun. And when you throw that kind of mentality into the mix with his skills, you get a player that can not only contribute on the floor, but can also lead a team when called upon. But look, we need to talk about the skill set first. This kid can flat out ball. We've seen him on the court, and the man is a marksman from deep. He's got that smooth jumper. The thing about Duarte's shooting is that it's not just about the range. He's got that sweet, efficient release. Whether it's off the catch or coming off the dribble, he's a threat from anywhere on the floor. You combine that with his ability to finish at the rim, and you start to see why defenses have a tough time guarding it. The work ethic and maturity. A special combination. Let's take a step back and understand why Chris Duarte's journey to the NBA is so unique. Most young players you see in the league have been playing ball since they were 10 years old. Their names already buzzing in high school. But Duarte's path to the NBA was different. He spent 4 years at Oregon. And that extra time in college wasn't just for seasoning. Nah, that was time spent refining his game and sharpening his mind. And I'll tell you, that maturity shows. You don't see him out there making rookie mistakes every other possession. You don't see him lost on defense or rushing shots. Duarte's on the court, his ability to read the game, and his maturity are beyond his years. He's already got that veteran feel, and when you add that to the athleticism, you get a package that a lot of teams would kill to have. Now, I know what you're thinking. Shannon, he played 4 years of college ball. Isn't that a little old for a rookie? To that I say, please, stop it with that nonsense. The man's 24 years old, and in my eyes, that experience is a bonus. He came in ready, and we've seen him handle the NBA like a seasoned pro. You tell me, when was the last time you saw a rookie come in and show the poise this man's shown on the court? We saw it early on in his rookie year with the Pacers, and the numbers speak for themselves. Defensive prowess and versatility. Look, the NBA is all about offense these days. Everyone wants to score 130 points a game. But I want you to know, when you've got a player like Chris Duarte who can lock down his man on defense, that's a game changer. He's not just a guy who can drop 20 points in a game. He can also give you 20 on defense by shutting down the opposing team's best player. You watch his movements on defense and it's impressive. His positioning, his ability to anticipate passes, his quickness, it's all elite. Duarte doesn't just wait for his man to make a move. He actively disrupts the offense. He's a pesky defender who can guard multiple positions, whether it's chasing down a shooting guard or sticking with a small forward. His defensive IQ is high and is not afraid to get his hands dirty on that end of the floor. People often overlook defense, but not me. I'm telling you, a player who can score 20 and then lock down his assignment on the other end, that's a star in the making. The way Duarte moves defensively is one of the most underrated aspects of his game. The offensive game. A sharp shooter with a crafty finisher's touch now. When it comes to offense, don't get it twisted. Duarte is a bucket. He might not be the flashiest guy on the floor, but he can fill it up in a hurry. His three-point shooting, now that's where he really stands out. This kid's got a quick release, a smooth stroke, and he's got range that stretches defenses thin. He can pull up from beyond the arc and hit with confidence, but it's not just about his shooting. Duarte's got a crafty finishing game at the rim too. He's not just settling for jump shots, no. He's willing to take it to the basket, absorb contact, and finish strong. When he drives, he's got that finesse to avoid defenders and finish with a soft touch around the rim. This combination of skills makes him a nightmare for defenders. You can't just close out on him and think he's gonna miss. He'll hit the three. He'll attack the rim. There's no stopping him. But don't just take my word for it. Watch him play. You can see the development. He's improved every season. And that speaks volumes about his work ethic. The way he's able to add to his game and round out his skill set shows that he's got an understanding of what it takes to be great in the league. Chris Duarte's fit with the Pacers. Let's talk about how Chris Duarte fits with his current team, the Indiana Pacers. Now the Pacers have been in a bit of a rebuild mode, but with Duarte, they've got a guy who can contribute right away. This kid can be the centerpiece around which they build. You see, he's not just a scorer. He's a guy who can do it all. Shoot, defend, and contribute to team success. The Pacers have a solid mix of young talent and veterans. And Duarte's the kind of player who can mesh well with both. He's not selfish on offense. He's willing to share the ball. And he's got that maturity to know when to take over and when to take over. And when things for sure. He's not afraid of the big moment. When the game's on the line, you can count on Chris Duarte to make a play. The future is bright for Duarte now. When I look at Chris Duarte, I see a player who's not just on the rise. I see a player who's going to be one of the cornerstones in this league. It's rare that you find someone with his combination of shooting, defense, and maturity. This kid's got a high ceiling, and we're just beginning to scratch the surface of his potential. If he continues to develop his game, continue to work on his craft, and continue to stay healthy, there's no doubt in my mind that we'll be talking about Chris Duarte as one of the premier two-way players in the league. He's got the work ethic, he's got the skill, and he's got the mindset. You just can't teach that. So, mark it down now. Chris Duarte is a name you're going to hear a lot in the coming years. The NBA better be ready because this kid's got next.
Tiếp theo là phần này mình gấp vào trong. Tiếp theo là mình sẽ gấp phần này lên trên này. Mình sẽ sử dụng keo để mình dính lại nha. Mình sẽ dính vào nha. Mình sẽ giữ một lúc cho khô nha mọi người. Tiếp theo là bây giờ mình sẽ vẽ mũi nha. Tiếp theo là mình sẽ chỉnh lại cái mắt nha. Tiếp theo bên này mình cũng vẽ vậy nha. Mình sẽ chỉnh lại nha mọi người. Mình sẽ tô vào tai nha. Sang đi. Sang đi. Mình sẽ chỉnh lại cái tai cho nó nhọn lên nha. Vậy là mình đã hoàn thành xong rồi nhé mọi người. Video của mình đến đây là hết. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại mọi người trong các video tiếp theo nha. Bye bye tất cả mọi người.